Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I believe I have found the answers to those audio issues that we were experiencing. My apologies. Somehow a little setting moved. I believe now we are back in business. Finally. Apologies for the last couple of days. I love when software updates. It was just a little setting, but we are back now. Let's kick off today with this. Ripple shares sold out ahead of key events in the Xrp lawsuit. The court case could make Xrp the only crypto asset with regulatory clarity in the United States. Now, Linkto, a private investment platform, is sold out of Ripple shares, said Nick Burafato, director of digital assets. Demand for Ripple Labs Inc. equity has been notably high in recent weeks, as developments in the Xrp lawsuit could give Ripple the upper hand against the SEC. So what's coming up? Well, the schedule in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit is about to offer key reveals for the future of this case. Now, obviously, we've got the deadline of unseal Ripple's memos publicly February 17th, which is coming up. The same day, SEC will file its motion for partial reconsideration. And then we have a fully briefed until February 25, 2022. Ripple has 1 week to respond to that motion as well. So there's a lot happening in a short space of time. And finally, right? I mean, we just want to get on with this. Let's go. Now, obviously, through the grapevines, throughout the internet, there have been people talking about a settlement in March. Now, you and I are serpents. We are way smarter than, I guess, the millions of tweets and hype that is around Ripple and XRP. Now, yes, there is possibilities of a case settlement in March. It would make a lot of sense from a lot of technical perspectives, from where the market is. It would be the catalyst of an altcoin season. It would be phenomenal. Let's face it, right? It would be pretty awesome on the month that the Serpent was born for us to get a settlement. If we get it on the 13th of March, even better. But the point is this. Please be patient. Because as much as I would love a March settlement, we could also be looking at months and months and months and months, which we know SEC is phenomenal at delaying, pushing back, hiding. So let's be cautious. We know what we hold. We're willing to take. We're willing to be here for the ride. If you're not, then maybe consider another alternative. If you're worried about some of the other altcoins pumping before this, if you're worried about missing the bull run, then maybe you may need to consider different coins, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. Absolutely nothing wrong. At the end of the day, you got to look after your own account. You need to look after your own agenda, essentially. Now, when we look at news websites and, what is the trend? What are people saying at the moment? What does that look like? Well, it is exciting to know that at the moment, the trend on the news is that we are about to enter a new bull market with higher lows being created. Interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. Now, I do believe that this is exciting. It is exciting to see that the news is also now starting to turn bullish. Obviously, we need that from a retail investor's point of view. But again, the news websites will only tell you so much. So just please be mindful, get your information from multiple different sources, and learn how to chart and read and understand charts yourself. That will be the best thing that you can do. There is absolutely no doubt that is the best thing that you can do for your portfolio. 100% is to learn how to read the charts yourself. Very, very important. And to take everything on board and then make your own judgment, right? Don't just go by what one person says. Always over research if you need to. Now, the representing lawyer of the XRP holders predicts SEC next move as Ripple's price hikes. This was just published a couple of minutes ago, and Ripple is one of the altcoins that has strived comparative well within the cryptocurrency space. Now, what he's saying over here in this particular article is that there are obviously, there's some unsealing of, different documents set by the judge. However, John Deaton, the cryptocurrency lawyer representing more than 64,000 XRP holders, puts forth some possibilities to calm the situation. First, he explained that the SEC is likely to make two potential moves. From the new evidence, there is an inclusion of the email thread and deposition notice of Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO. Also, the evidence contains the lines of Chris Larsen, a Ripple executive. So according to Deaton's suggestion, subsequently proving the link between Ripple's public announcement and XRP price would be a near impossibility. We know that. So, from my point of view, this is just not going anywhere for the SEC. It just isn't. It's just not going to go anywhere. And it doesn't matter how they spin it. You will never prove that the price of XRP and Ripple's, coming out to market had any correlation between the two. I think it's just a big waste of time for all of us, to be honest. But you know that if you've been following me for a while. And again, it's my opinion. XRP consolidates above yearly support as short-term bullish momentum continues. That there is probably the best and the most important thing for you to know is that the sentiment out there is bullish. People are starting to look at this and be like, you know what? This looks good. This looks good. This looks like something that we should get involved in. And that's not just a serpent. That's just, professionals weighing in the pros and cons and going, you know what? This looks really good. This looks like something worthwhile for us to jump into from a risk assessment. And I agree. It is looking good. It's looking real good. Now, a lot of people are demanding for the SEC to be held accountable, including people like me. But what do you think US senators think when they see hundreds of investors demanding answers from an agency that is supposed to protect them? Now, this has had a lot of attention. A lot of people have filled out this form, and it just goes to show that people aren't happy. And why should they be happy? It's ridiculous what has occurred. Absolutely ridiculous. So, there's a lot of hate towards the SEC. SEC is not going to care. They've got their own agenda. They want to push this as far as they will, and they'll drag it out as much as they can. But once they need to, put the white flag out, it's only going to be a matter of time because I just don't see them going anywhere with this at all. And it's my opinion. But when we look at the pressure that is starting to build up, this was around when the SEC sued Ripple. Then we went down. Remember, we went all the way up to $1.90. And then we started to go down. But we have found a major support over here while people were thinking that we were going into 30 cents territory. Sorry, bears. And I think we are ready for quite a big momentum shift. Quite a big momentum shift coming up. So it is exciting to see that and to see that occur. And overall, let me know what you think in the comments, right? Are we about to, slingshot our way into new all-time highs? And can you see, the end of February, March being, can we see a brand new all-time high in March is my question to you. With or without the case settlement, what do you think about that, the possibility of that occurring? Now, when we do look at these graphs and we look at these possibilities, like I said, they are projections. They are projections. That's all they are. We cannot accurately predict exactly when it's going to happen and exactly the time that it's going to happen. It's crazy to think that. But I do believe that we will go on a journey which will be similar to this. Similar. That's the key point. Now, on the weekly, I believe that once we do start to pump, we will go towards $1.80, maybe sideways a little bit around that window. And then we're going to see a massive candle. A massive weekly candle. That will take us all the way into double digits. When is that likely to occur? Once again, we can't predict that, but there will be a candle which will be a legendary weekly candle. It's going to be monstrous. It's going to be undeniable. You're going to see it. It's going to be crystal clear that is a huge weekly candle. So look out for that as long-term holders, because that will be obviously very, very exciting when we get that. But of course, I believe that based on my personal opinion, is that we are ready to get this next phase ready to move towards the $2 territory. I think we're primed at the moment, and I think we're nearly there, nearly there to get moving in a very, very big way. But of course, right now, most important thing is to go above $1, consolidate above $1, and if we're sitting in a window between $1 and $1.09 and consolidate above it, then we're really going to start to see some big moves occur towards $1.80 and beyond. But for now, $1, break above $1, and then we can really start to talk about serious momentum shift. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. If you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.